I'm doing nothing out stops, and I'm constantly reminded I'm running out of time.
Have no fear, for I am here to review My Hero Academia 2 Heroes. I'm going to be honest, at this point in time, I am probably the most into My Hero Academia, Boku no Hero Academia, as I probably ever will be. I finished the 3rd season not long ago. You know, right before the 3rd season, I was binging the entire show. I just watched this movie. I'm reading the manga right now. I am reading manga, so the fact that I'm doing that for this show is a testament to how good it is, and the fact that I just happen to be on a manga kick lately. But let's talk about this fucking movie, My Hero 2 Heroes. This is the story of when All Might, who we get a flashback to his previous life back in the time when he was an up-and-coming hero. During this time, he is sidekicked by a man named David Shield, who is like a scientist, gadgets expert kind of guy, his right-hand man, like his assistant in a lot of ways as well. And when him and his daughter accomplish something very big, they invite All Might over. It also happens to be going on during a festival type activity. It all takes place on an island, and you can probably just base off that synopsis know that this is again going to be a fillery movie. I'm not exactly sure what I thought going into this thing, because I've seen a lot of these anime movies that are like an hour long. You know, it's defeat bad guy and then call it a day. And then lately, in the past couple years, we've been experienced a lot more feature film level, like Dragon Ball Z, Battle of Gods type films that like do belong in theaters. And I knew this had a theater run, so, and you know, it's an hour and a half, so I didn't know what to expect. And right when you turn it on, the animation is definitely top notch. It's obviously on par with the anime. That being said, though, I expected, because My Hero is a big budget, beautiful show. It's gorgeous. That being said, this movie didn't like surpass that quality enough for me to justify being like, oh yeah, I got the big movie treatment. I thought it was on par for like the better episodes of My Hero Academia for sure, but I didn't see that noticeable like extra charge, you know? But getting back to the plot, My Hero 2 Heroes, when All Might invites young Midoriya for this festival, and then we suddenly see a lot more of our favorite junior heroes from Class 1A starting to appear. You see the sewing story around you. You know, something's gonna go down. And when there is a hostage situation where All Might is forced to not fight back, the young heroes have to make their own stand, and they team up with David Shield's daughter, who's like the new waifu of the day. And we have a lot of faceless villains for this one. The main villain in particular doesn't really have that extra backstory. They kind of just seem to throw whatever they want with him. The real new characters, David Shield and his daughter, are actually really followed up upon. They make some choices with these characters, because they tease David Shield turning heel, turning into a bad guy, and I was just waiting for it. I was like, oh, he's just going to be the bad guy. And I'm not saying that doesn't happen. They make certain choices that I was much happier with than if he was just the bad guy of this film. What they do with him is actually really cool. The action in this movie is particularly really fucking good. You get to see a lot of everyone's powers, and a lot of actually really interesting new outfits everyone gets to wear. They're going to like this dance type thing, and they all get to wear like these formal attires for the duration of the movie. It works really good. A lot of them, a lot of the girls are wearing some cute ass outfits, and a lot of like your usual, I hate whenever I have to say this word during these reviews, a lot of the usual quirky aspects of these characters are on full display here. If you love My Hero, then you're going to love this movie. That being said, there is not a whole lot of weight or stakes to this story. I am used to that. I know, I knew that going in, that this was going to be like a summer vacation that will not affect the main story kind of plot. That being said, though, I've seen stories going back to Dragon Ball Battle of Gods, these big-ass anime movie stories that do affect the plot. There have been cases, and we did get some more lore introduced, but, like, there's nothing that was like, okay, this is what will make this movie stand the test of time. I do think this movie is important, and I do think, like, My Hero being, you know, a lot of people's baby's first anime, having movies like this is really important and kind of allows a lot of these fans to latch on to more stories around this universe. I think all of that's really good. I think this would be like a perfect, like, throw on in the background kind of movie or fall asleep to, because I love doing that with these kinds of films. That being said, though, I just don't think it has enough to be like an amazing story. I thought it was going to be like a 6 or 7 out of 10, and it did a lot better than what I thought it would, and that's why I'm giving My Hero, Two Heroes an 8 out of 10. The ending to this film has one scene in particular that gives me goosebumps. There's nothing that will, like, really make these characters grow or make these interactions between them, like, change in the actual story. But what happened here was enough to justify a fun 90-minute experience and have a really fucking good time doing it. I'm going to give My Hero, Two Heroes the sole badge of approval. And with that, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys thought of this movie. And depending when you're watching this, the second My Hero movie is probably already out. So let me know what you think of that already too, you people living in the future. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. And with that, I leave you.